Now to this, CMPD is cracking down on so-called street takeovers. We've been talking about this for months. We've shown you the videos before. Reckless drivers taking over intersections across Charlotte, doing donuts and burnouts and everything in between.
Yeah, since February, CMPD says it's arrested nearly 30 people and taken 75 vehicles involved in these takeovers. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is live in Uptown to talk about this effort police say that they are trying to make here to try to get some progress on this front. Do they feel like they're having some success with their efforts?
Yes, they are. CMPD says that since they've stepped up their efforts, that they are seeing a decrease in the number of meetups as well as a decrease in the number of folks participating in these street takeovers. Now, I also spoke to a woman who lost her 6-year-old son to a street racing crash, and she's telling folks to think twice before participating in this type of dangerous behavior.
I feel mad, angry, concerned, and then following that, sad because I lost a son to street racing.
Pain is what Brandy Beartier feels when she sees people performing dangerous stunts like burnouts, wheelies, and street takeovers. Back in 2021, her 6-year-old son Liam was killed as a result of a spontaneous drag race. He was traveling in another car with his father when they were hit by street racers in Gaston County.
The 2 people were convicted last November, so they've been in prison since then. And in the meantime, I've been trying to spread as much awareness as I can.
Earlier this month, the life of a 17-year-old was cut short in Southwest Charlotte because of 2 other drivers who engaged in a spontaneous street race, driving about 100 miles per hour, more than double the street limit in the area. The teenager was only a few minutes away from home when he was killed. Street racing is already illegal in North Carolina, but starting December 1st, street takeovers will be too. CMPD hopes these will give investigators even more tools to go after reckless drivers.
There are actually state statutes for spontaneous street racing, and we charged, in that particular case, we charged for it. I hope and pray that along with the new statute we have and the statute we have on the books, it will discourage this activity. That's what we're hoping.
Violators will face at minimum a $1,000 fine. There are tougher penalties like felony charges for repeat offenders, and it will also be against the law to coordinate these meetups.
It's probably the most happy thing I've heard in a while as far as what's being done to make our streets safer.
All efforts Beartier supports as she continues to share Liam's story and to push for harsher punishment for street racers.
There were a couple components to Liam's accident. There was street racing, there was excessive speed, there was DWI. I mean, it was a lot. So whichever way we can go with it to get stiffer penalties.
Now, whether it is street racing or street takeovers, CMPD says these activities are dangerous and put people's lives at risk. Investigators say they will use every tool they can and they have to arrest, to cite, and to fine violators. And they are encouraging folks to not participate in these activities, and they hope that stronger laws will help deter it even further. Live in Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.